Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for October 7th, 2025. We've got a Hinterlands Kingdom that features Berserker and Not Trail, and that means that RNGesus doesn't love us. We have plus actions from Border Village and Inn. In here is probably, well, I was gonna say Inn is probably not gonna be so hot here in the face of Berserker, but there is Jack. Jack draw is not exactly strong in general, but maybe there's some making it work. And speaking of draw, so Jack is one option, and the other option is Stables. Certainly, Stables in general is the better option. And the fact that there's not like really a good way to deal with the silvers you would gain from Jack suggests that that's going to be the case here too. So probably sticking with my initial assessment that Inn is going to be rough in the face of Berserker. I mean, honestly, Stables draw is pretty rough in the face of Berserker too, because you got to keep a Stables and a treasure, most likely. Trashing wise, you've just got Develop, which is also not the greatest. Well, okay, and there's also Jack for estate trashing. That's fine. And it might be worth playing with one Jack just because of the combination of like, okay, it can trash the estates early, which Develop can also do, but it doesn't really turn them into anything particularly valuable anyway. And then you can, situationally use Jack as a way to increase your hand size after getting hit with Berserker, or you can potentially just develop your way out of it. Additionally, there's Payload. So Berserker is gains. It is one of the cards costing less than this gainers, so it doesn't benefit from Highway, and in fact, eventually can fail to gain anything. Which, now that I look at it on this board, might not even be a bad thing, because what do you even want to gain with Berserker? Wheelwright, also a gainer that doesn't benefit from Highway. Border Village, also a gainer that doesn't benefit from Highway. So that's... And there's no plus buy. So Highway is looking like, what can you do something with Develop? Maybe. I mean, if you get enough enough highways into play, you can develop whatever into a province. So that's something. But yeah, this kingdom is looking rather limited. I could see this being one of those kingdoms where you just kind of want to shove a bunch of tunnels into your deck. And then there are some ways to discard those and get golds off of them. Technically, Jack can do it. Oasis can do it. Inn can do it. Obviously, Berserker. Well, the opponent's Berserker. Wheelwright. So that's an option. And then, you use the golds to try to buy provinces. You can also wheelwrite the golds to gain border villages when that makes sense. I'm not sure how much it really would, but... Yeah, I mean, I think you're still probably going to want a bunch of stables. But yeah, Highway looks... I mean, I guess the other thing is that if you get enough highways into play, you can start doing things like developing Copper into a good card, stuff like that. I don't know if you're going to want to wait that long to trash Coppers if you're getting it developed in the first place, but it's... Anyway, Like I was saying earlier, I'm thinking about opening Jack. I think Jack does a reasonable job of trying to hit 5, and trashing estates is good, and developing estates isn't really very impressive anyway. It could just be Jack Silver. It could be Jack Oasis. Oasis is a card that we don't really want in the deck unless we're probably unless we're doing the tunnel thing, because it decreases hand size and we're already going to have our hand size decreased. Or unless we're doing, well, the like Jack draw stuff, or both, I suppose. Like obviously at the beginning, right, if we see Oasis and then Jack, that's pretty great. So that's the advantage there. Well, I'm going to click on a Jack anyway. I mean, Jack will give us silvers. I think I am going to take the Oasis. We're also we probably are going to want to develop at some point, but we can get that later. Bot just goes straight for it. And this is an unfortunate draw. It could still work out next turn, but what do we want for 4? The Jack is going to trigger a shuffle unless we don't discard the top card of our deck, which I mean, I guess we can just... Well, The issue is we have 4 coppers, estate Jack down there. If we want to hit 5, then we do want to trigger the shuffle. So this is an argument against... a slight argument against taking another terminal, like another developer, or like a developer, another Jack. But maybe also a stronger argument in favor of it, because the odds are that we don't see it, and then we trigger a shuffle where we have, another like terminal for our next turn. And we will have 2 estates in there, so we'll have at least 1, regardless of what the Jack finds. So that might be an argument for going ahead and getting a second Jack. We can always develop the Jacks later too if we decide we don't want to stick with that. I mean, we have to still take 3s, which isn't ideal, but... Alright, I've convinced myself. I guess we're not hitting 5 either way, huh? I don't know why... I was thinking we would. Oh, they just developed the Jack. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, I think I will trigger the shuffle. Alright, 3rd Jack seems like a lot. I think I'll take another Oasis. So we do have another estate down there. And a silver. So we can discard this estate, not discard either of these 2 cards and hit 5, and trash an estate. Actually hit 6. So the coin from the Oasis. Alright, so do we go for Berserker or do we go for Stables? I think it's Berserker, unfortunately. I guess we'll take another Oasis. I must probably start taking tunnels at some point here, but... I think maybe we're just loading up on Oasis first. As long as the bot isn't trying to rush down the tunnels, I would prefer to do that to taking the tunnels just yet. And I guess now we're doing Border Village Stables. We're going to find our other Jack. I just know it. We just discard this one. We take another Berserker. We should... we just take another Stables. We should probably get a Develop. I think I'd rather just get the Stables and stick to the one Berserker. And I think I'm just going to discard the Jack to make sure that I don't miss 5. The bot doesn't seem to be wanting to play with Berserker, which does change things quite a bit. Alright, well, we can do Jack into Stables. That's nice. Do we want to see this silver? I mean, we really want to find the Berserker, I suppose, so I guess not. Well, this turn has worked out kind of unreasonably well. Are we at risk of... Do we need to leave this on top to avoid triggering a shuffle? Are we triggering a shuffle anyway? Don't want to do. We're going to draw 3. And then we're going to draw 3. No. Okay, if we leave this on top... Oh, that was... I totally missed that that was terminal, that we hadn't played another Border Village. Whoops. Alright, well, fine. We should have discarded the copper. I guess? Actually, I don't know. That's not even clear. This would be a bad time for the bot to decide it wants a Berserker. Okay, it doesn't. Good. I think I'll go Stables first here. Yeah, let's do Stables again. If we can find another Border Village, we can start playing these terminals and the Oasis. Well, do we even play a Jack? The first Jack will not draw, so I think the answer is no. I think it's time for Develop. Maybe it's past time for Develop. We could just take a province here. I mean, this isn't exactly a board where it's going to be possible to build big, as mentioned. And if we take a province, we can start getting wheel rights and wheel writing for 5s or border villages, actually. Not that we have a wheel right yet, but yeah, I'm just going to take the province. Unfortunate that we saw both of the jacks, because now we got these 2 OACs, no jack to combine that with. Still no Berserker. Interesting. Aha! And we found a Develop. We could just develop the jack. We have province money in hand. Develop the jack into... I mean, we could take that wheelwright. We actually have the province down there. We could also replace it with the berserker if we wanted to. Not unreasonable. I guess we just take another oasis. We could take another develop. Do we want that on top of our deck when we... I am not sure. I'm going to take the oasis, I think. All right. Do we want province, border village, stables in our shuffle, or none of those cards? I think we want that. I think. I guess we could also go for an inn. Hold on, that might be a lot better in this particular at this particular moment. Okay, now so we're gonna draw 3 cards with the stables. Ugh, okay, we're like, we definitely want. What the hell? What is? Why isn't it just what? This is Are we shuffling in 4 out of 3 border villages here? What's going on? Okay. I want to see the develop. I want to see the berserker. I probably want to see a jack. Probably just one. Let's see the stables. Like, I don't know. I'm worried about that I'm going to end up triggering a terrible shuffle. But like, should I just put all the oases in too? Like, I don't know. I don't think we need the inn itself. And that can at least help alleviate the bad shuffle a little bit if that it does end up being an inevitability. I'm just going to do this and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I guess we're discarding an oasis. Do we want tunnels now? The way the bot is playing this makes it harder for me to make this call. It's like, I feel like I probably should have to be taking tunnels, but I don't know what the heck the bot is doing. I guess the argument would be, again, if we end up triggering that shuffle, maybe we don't want... We do have 1 jack in that shuffle, right? We only shuffled in 1 out of 2 jacks. Okay. So maybe we just take 1 more oasis and then... Alright, let's do this. Don't really want to develop a silver. Could discard a silver, develop copper, I guess. Or, well, play jack, and then... develop copper, play jack, and then Stables. Sure. Okay, no idea whether any of that was a good idea. We do have a jack down here, though, so it might work out. No, we don't. I thought... Oh, no, we played it. We played it. That's right. Okay, fine. Whatever. I guess we'll take another border village and another stables. You know, this could just end on piles pretty quickly here. I don't know what the bot's plan is. The bot has estates left. Incredible. Well, one estate. They sure are gaining the highways. Sure are. I sure don't think that is going to matter. Guess we're not playing this jack, probably. It would be nice to play the berserker. The jack's only going to draw one card. We've already got province. Do we really want to add a silver to our deck to draw one card? Probably not. Hey! Rude. Guess we'll do it this way. They're really lowering the piles. Ha! I think we don't particularly want that oasis on top. Well, we did not find... another border village. Which is unfortunate. There's a decent chance that we would hit province off of jack, but we could just go berserker for tunnel, border village, duchy, and that's just about as good points-wise. And we know we definitely can do that, so let's do that. I liked the part where the bot wasn't playing with berserker. I think it should stick with that. Uncooperative. Yeah, this is the thing with the, the staples drawn in the face of berserker. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Hmm. Ay, ay, ay. Where are ours? I guess we drew all of our stables, huh? Ay, jeez. Maybe I should have done Berserker Tunnel there rather than Duchy. Basically, Duchy's more points, but... Yeah, this shuffle has been appalling. Oh, God, do we just take a Duchy? I guess so. Appalling. Oh, my God. Ugh. We'd seen this develop earlier in the shuffle. It might have actually been helpful. Oh my God, we could actually lose this game because of that shuffle. Because that shuffle was so bad. Like the odds that we were going to like collide just all of our stables in one turn on a turn where we happened to get hit with Berserker, which we only got hit about like half the turns or something, and then like have a massive stables dud. That's just that's ridiculous. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose. This is ridiculous. I'm so mad. I should have done Berserker Tunnel. I'm too tilted. Okay. Five coins right now. Oh, we probably play Oasis into Jack first. I mean, I guess we keep that. It doesn't matter. Okay. There we go. Oh my God. Oh, nah. Yeah, I don't think... I mean, I guess the bot did get, like, clean? I don't think the highways do anything. I think it was a mistake to take them. I mean, I guess the thing that they do is allow you to hit province without needing as much treasure. That's, like, the main thing. But, yeah, mostly I think that like if we hadn't had such a bad shuffle, and also like I said, there's multiple times that I should have at least considered taking Berserker Tunnel instead of Duchy, and if I had, might have prevented the bot from having as good of a turn. But I was just too like I said mad. Mad's probably not the right word. Just too like about the quality of my turns. Like but it is. I mean, it's pretty notable. Like, granted, I was putting more green into my deck as well, but like my deck was mostly like functioning, and then the bot picked up a Berserker, and then it wasn't functioning anymore. It's like it makes a big difference, and that's so. I guess that's like the actual thing that I think that the bot did wrong was to not play with Berserker throughout, and obviously, like with what it was trying to do, that's like not a trivial thing because like you have to add all these other cards to the deck that maybe you don't particularly want, but it hurts so much. Yeah, I definitely think I definitely think the earlier provincing makes more sense. Like, even if you were going for what the bot was going for, and you, like, for whatever reason, you think highways are gonna, like, help more than just doing what I was doing. Like, I still think you want to grab provinces when you can. I mean, maybe the bot wasn't hitting 8. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to that, but yeah, I stand by most of what I did, like, not super strongly, but like with like a reasonable amount of confidence. Obviously, like, I was debating at the beginning how to approach this, and was still like, oh, I don't know if I should be taking tunnel or oasis and blah blah. Like, so that's the stuff, and I could see, like, wanting to take earlier tunnels. I never got a gold off of any tunnels, so maybe I should have been doing more of that. I'm not really sure. I mean, gold didn't seem essential for what I needed to do for most of the game because the bot wasn't playing with Berserker. If it had been playing with Berserker, that would have pushed me more in that direction. So, you know, there's that. But yeah, I in broad strokes, I think what I did was reasonable. But definitely an ugly kingdom that was made less ugly by the bot not playing with Berserker until the end. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.